Good Morning Cybertron is a podcast intended for adults and is not suitable for those under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me Grimlock checking out Good Morning Cybertron while munching on cesium salami. Or is it beryllium bologna?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Good Morning Cybertron!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Good Morning Cybertron. I am your host, Scott. That was really weird. I just heard like a voice over in here go, Scott. But my place ain't haunted. Shut up. Your place is haunted. Go fuck yourself. There went our monetization on this one. And we've got a special guest with us here today. It's Crossbones Koopa. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty damn good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Xavier, how you doing, man?
It's weird. We went from the ambiguously gay duo to the ambiguously polymorphous trio.
I don't know, man. Do you think people think you and I are gay? What if we
Kinda.
were gay?
We would make the weirdest duocon.
Yeah. It's a two-humped camel. It's a
Yeah,
dromedary.
it appears to be the letter X and a tapeworm.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta admit, this show's pretty sexy.
Oh, thank you. I look at this. I shaved my head for this show.
You
My
did.
wife came over and she gave me a hug.
Good.
I was like sitting on the couch, and she comes over and wraps her arm around me, and she goes, "I can't stop playing with it." It's like,
The remote control, that is.
reach up, grab a tit, Anyway, oh my God. Well, Corey, tell us about your life. How you been, man?
I've been doing good. Been doing firewood. Got sunburnt, which sucks, and just living the dream. Just collecting Transformers, anime. Trying to get a going fan fiction. Just living the dream, man. Just like we all are.
I gotta show you something. You were saying about like anime and figures and stuff. I gotta censor this, so I'm gonna like use my finger. But this is something I 3D. Her arm just fell off. But this is something I 3D printed. I'll put this up here. This is like
Nice.
a Gorgon that I 3D printed that ended up turning out absolutely fantastic. And they were clever about it too. If you were going to print it in resin, they made this broken off horn over here, like the drain hole, so you can like make this hollow and then use resin. And then just as you print it, it pours out so that you're not using so much resin. You make something big like this and it ends up, you're never able to cure the resin that's in the center. But there we go. There's the full thing. You never are able to cure the resin that's in the center. And it ends up expelling gas, and like a year later it cracks open and just leaks all over the place. But
Hidden feature.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hot.
ruins your other toys. But yeah, that Medusa, that's been one of my favorite prints.
You
lately.
thinking about making your own? Think about making your own creature line like that? Scott's Mythic Monsters, something without sounding like Mythic Legions or that.
I have. The thing is, like, for my designs kind of lean more towards the mechanical. So I've been kind of batting an idea around in my head as far as like some sort of mechanical line of toys, and it's there. Belucius is over in the chat. He goes, "Ha! I made the start." Duanis Perez is asking, "How did the date go?" The date with my wife went absolutely lovely. I caught Duanis's live stream. I believe it was Saturday. It was Saturday. I caught that live stream. Ariana and we went out on a little bit of a date. We just took a drive, really. And yeah, got a drive, got a bite to eat. Loved it. Wolf1701 says, I use my finger. Just start printing GoBots. It's kind of along that line. Like, I was thinking about making updated versions of the Stariers, Wolf. And Beluga says, Ugly Wretch would have been here, but he's a soft little bitch who desperately needs everyone's beauty sleep. Well, shit. I could never say anything.
Wrong with GoBots.
I could never say anything like that about Ugly Wretch or an astronaut. Duanis Perez says, "Oh, so cute, love you guys." And Wolf1701 goes, "Yes." And let's talk funds. No, I'm not trying to add people. I'm trying to share my screen. Let's talk something fun here. Let's talk Toy.Run. Good God Almighty, Toy.Run is absolutely fantastic. And Sir Toys is starting to post over there again. Look at these Geo Mecha Captain Dino figures. The Loco Squad, which is the old transformable Thomas. Red Gem Alchemist posted all this stuff about looking for the Wei Zhang creativity, oversized knockoffs of Snarl and Scorn. And honestly, I'm going to be posting on there in a couple of weeks. I'm going to save up some money. I'm going to be posting on there because I am desperately looking for the oversized knockoffs of the Combiner Wars Terracons. I need like 2 Sinner Twins, two Blots, and then one of each one, but no Hunger. I'm going to do a custom, but look,
those look cool.
Statue of Liberty.
Those look cool.
I'm going to be working on a Monstructor with like a 3D printed upgrade thing. So that's what I'm working on.
Scott, you're going to be my buddy forever if you do a Monstructor.
Dude, I'm going to be your buddy forever anyway. I think you and I are hated so much that we really don't have any other friends except each other.
It's true.
And me, don't forget me.
Oh, Jesus.
Xavier, can I be your buddy on the weekends?
I mean, I think you're going to have to fight Pete, who just showed up.
God damn, it's Pete on the street. Pete, how you doing?
I am okay. My allergies are killing me, but otherwise I am okay, senor.
God.
How you doing,
Hola,
sir?
senor Corey.
Hey, buddy boy. How you doing?
The band's back together. Let's sing the blues.
All we need is for Josh to pop in and say hi.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Give us a virus and dip.
Yeah. Fuck you guys. I'm gone.
Yeah. Enjoy Cyber COVID.
Yeah. Why hasn't there been one named... Anyway, the big news, and there wasn't a lot of news this week, but the really big news is that Evan and John Warden and whoever this middle guy is are man enough to wear pink. And they did a hell of an interview. So I thought for most of the news part here, we'd go over the interview. And I'm not going to be reading this word for word. But just given the broad strokes of it, the first thing TFW asked was the details on John Warden's return. And he essentially said he's the design director in charge of G.I. Joe and Transformers, and that he's thinking about how collectors engage in the brand, what they're doing, the opportunities, themes that they could start doing stuff at, detail, accuracy of content. So that's what John Warden's doing there. I think things were pretty good under John Warden. I don't think that they were fantastic. As long as like it stays pretty status quo to where it is, with maybe a twinge of new characters, I'm fine with John Warden returning. What's your guys' thoughts on Warden's return?
It's honestly, it's like, and it's really, serendipitous that Pete is here right now, because it's like Pete always says, I want G1 accuracy. So like there is some things where it's just like, could we just for a moment stop with all the god flipping dang having new color schemes and all this other stuff, where it's just like, hey, it's great that you got so many dang bumblebees in yellow and your Optimuses in red and all that, but you seem to be a real fan of just like decos upon decos. Where is the vacuum metal and where are the rubber tires? Things that these toys used to have that were just really cool to see on them. Micro Machines and like all these other brands like Hot Wheels still do that. and they sell for like $2 a car sometimes. And it's like, hey, you know what? I know it's not really cost effective to do maybe the metal parts or the rubber tires, but if you did it for like a special occasion, I would love to see that again on some of these toys, because that makes it look way more authentic and way more better.
Yeah. I kind of agree. I mean, or if you could get colors that were closer to the original VAT colors instead of like we've got gold and here's mustard.
Yeah.
Paint the yellow plastic with a little y'all can with how much just the what do you call it, deluxe regular figures cost nowadays. You can spring for a little shiny paint. All right,
Mm. Actually, now that
quarter
you
of
mentioned that,
$100 for a figure that was what once scout class is. That's kind of
Oh God,
you know.
that really hurt whenever you put it that way.
oh, dude,
25 bucks, a quarter of $100. Oh fuck.
10 years ago. 10
Yeah.
years ago.
12 bucks.
Deluxe figures.
I remember whenever they
$10.
popped.
Was it $10? $9.99, right?
I remember whenever they popped up to like 13 bucks. Wasn't that like, I think that was Titans Returns that like they were like 13, 14 bucks, weren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, what's going on here? And now we're paying $25 a figure to the point where people aren't buying them. So Walmart and Target are marking them down as sale rollbacks to $20.
which
like-
is illegal.
Look, it shouldn't even be that much. I don't care what kind of engineering you quote unquote have on there. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember the prices of Walmart exclusives? Like, look at the Walmart exclusive Sideswipe where it was blue and yellow. Now it's the same price. It was like $9.
yeah. That was it's a thing too where you gotta kind of wonder if, okay, let's just say you're making 50% off of each toy. If you're selling it for $26, you're making 13, right? Is it good enough to sell it for 13 and get like one person buying it for 13 and getting $13 in your pocket? Or is it going to be more cost effective to sell it at 15 and getting 4 people to buy it who normally wouldn't buy it at 25? You know, getting 4 people to buy it and then being able to put 28 bucks in your pocket. You know?
Yeah, like sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to
go
cut
ahead.
whoever
Go
that
ahead.
was. I was gonna
I
say
mean,
I used to buy a bunch of figures that I would never even think of buying because they were a good price. They may not have had the best, most what is the word I'm looking? Maybe the paint was a little dry on them because we used to complain a lot about the paint. But you know what? I'd rather have a slightly unpainted figure that I could fix myself than get a figure that's painted, made out of plastic. What is it? The clear plastic that breaks. First off,
Mm-hmm.
which is always a mistake. And then paying what we're paying we're paying a full price for a figure, full price plus another. So we're paying for 2.5 figures, and we're getting less. And then we're not even getting that many. They're peg warming. We've got the in my Walmart, we've got hardly anything new. All of it is the what is it? The G2 stuff, which I mean it was fine, but at $25 for a figure that's just a bright, burning your eyes recolored deco of an older figure, that's not, nobody's buying it because it's not special. We got all these run-of-the-mill boring figures now that just taking up space. I mean, they're not boring. They wouldn't be boring if they weren't so expensive. Nobody wants to. They're not worth it. That's the problem.
There is something to be said about, I would love to go back to the days of price accuracy, but I don't think they're going to fix the prices anytime soon on that. But
No.
The crazy colors, I will say, are kind of fun if you have like something to bounce it off of, because you don't need a clear variant of Bumblebee, but you do like a clear variant of Mirage because it makes sense for that character.
Yeah.
Isn't
And if you do,
isn't Transformers 1 on the shelf though? Aren't they $20 on the shelf right now?
Depends. What are you looking at? You looking at the Rock'em Sock'em robots, or are you
No,
looking
no,
at
like
the giant
the
footsteps
mainline
that-
figures, like I think it's like the Quintessent High Commander and what have you, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know the price on those ones.
Yeah, I think they're $20 right now, but I haven't seen any of those. I was doing Walmart shopping before the show, and you know, I
How'd
just
that go?
it's okay. I have
You do it
Walmart.
online, right?
Yeah, I have Walmart
Okay.
Plus. I don't want to fucking set foot in a Walmart, and
I don't blame you. I work there and I don't
Yeah.
want to set foot in there.
look, and I have to
Preach.
go into Walmart, but I also have to remember I have to go into the Johnstown Walmart.
Ooh.
So that's a whole different beast, right? Because I don't look, I'm a fat guy, and I'm willing to admit I'm a fat guy. I got a lot of trauma in my past. That's not an excuse, that's a fucking reason. But I'll go into Walmart and I'll walk my 380-pound ass in through the doors. But I swear to God, the doors don't even trip anymore unless you're 400 pounds and there's 4 wheels on the ground. It's and it's just people yelling at their kids and rude bastards, and just I don't like going into Walmart, so I do the Walmart Plus. I have them deliver the groceries to me, and they say, "Do you want to tip your driver?" And I say, "No, I don't want to tip my driver because
Am I my driver?
I paid $180 a year for this service. I don't want to tip my driver. That driver should be paid out of my $180 a year that I'm paying for this service." But forgive me, that's just me.
Hey, I get Walmart Plus for free, and I tip my driver usually $1, maybe $2. Because look, groceries are super damn expensive. Over the last year and a half, they've nearly doubled in price, and the quality has gone down.
Ariana and I bought $130 worth of groceries. This is the old man bitching about money podcast now. Ariana and I bought $130 worth of groceries the other day. Like, it was a bag of cat food and some cat litter and like a smattering of this, that, and the other thing. There was like 10 bags altogether. $130. Fuck. Anyway, getting back to this. They're asking about, is the legacy philosophy including all the continuities? And John Warden said, no, not really. It's the legacy's handled like it's an extra dimensional battle, and that it's, you know, they're doing Armada, a little bit of RID, a little bit of Beast Wars Neo.
Dude, Sea Spray.
Sea Spray. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Plenty
And
of it.
his wife too.
Well, more on that later. But so they're like making sub-universes and multiple continuities. Anybody got anything to say about that?
Multiverse, fine. It gives us an excuse for more characters.
I like a
and
bit of chaos.
Yeah.
I like to do a little bit of chaos on the shelf.
It's going to be, yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be exactly like the antithesis to what we were just talking about. It's like, hey, you know, I want to see metal back in the toys, and I want to see the rubber back in the toys. And then they're going to go, you got it, multiverse, where everything is made of fucking ice crystals.
Yeah. Corey, you were saying.
Yeah, I like seeing a bit of chaos on the shelf with like the G2 stuff, because as soon as Toxitron came out, I got that sucker as quick as I could, and I love him.
Oh yeah. Which reminds me, Xavier, I have Toxitron right here behind me, man. I don't know if I told
kill
you.
Give me that goddamn Toxitron.
It's yours if you
clap.
want it. It's yours if you
Give me
want
that
it.
fucking Thank you. You can live.
Well, damn shit. Going over to the chat. Wolf1701 says, in America, our economy just crashed, so I don't care about prices anymore. I just shit and run. Kyle Lewis said, was it always the plan to replace me with a turtle and a Mexican, or did the plans just finally align? Technically,
little bit of
Pete's
A, a little
Puerto
bit of B.
Rican. He's not Mexican.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Well,
Puerto Rican.
I'm a lot of things. But mostly Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Here's the difference. Like a Mexican will go, una cerveza, por favor. It's very relaxed. Puerto Ricans say the same thing. Una cerveza, por favor. Boom! Like, it is just like rapid fire. I don't understand how you guys speak that fast.
Wait. I'm Puerto Rican, but for some reason I can't sound Puerto Rican. Whenever I try to sound Hispanic, I come off as Mexican.
Whoa! It probably you
say
should
nothing.
take the
Senor,
sombrero
I want
off.
some taco, and you know, I'm all. I can't sound like a Puerto Rican. I don't know why.
Ariana, Pete's on the show.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ariana.
He says, "Hey, Ariana."
Sorry.
No.
Thinking about my glass work. Tell him I said hi.
Oh, Ariana says hi, Pete.
You know, anytime I think of anyone trying to cosplay as a Mexican, all I can think about is Raiden from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance wearing a sombrero and a poncho.
Later on, that game is
Confused for
actually
a second
fun.
until I remember there was a Raiden in Metal Gear.
Wholesome.
I'm like,
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, that's okay, man.
no, I was just gonna say I thought that was some new variant in the new Mortal Kombat I missed, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up. I mean,
Positively.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude slices and dices with his feetsies.
well, it's
Wholesome.
not only that, all the universes that they are crossing over and all the different. I'm just waiting for like a chimichanga crossover, some taco and
And
everybody's
remember,
doing multiverses now.
he's allowed to say that because he's Puerto Rican.
I can say whatever the hell I want to because I don't give a damn.
Now, I'll talk bad about the French. Holson85 said, just popped on to wish you a great show. Hi and good night. Hello, Holson. Wolf1701
Hello.
says, Walmart didn't do enough of the Speedia 500 figures.
Yeah.
And everyone
Yeah.
complained, rightfully so. So they tried to learn and overdid the G2 stuff. We have like 30 cone heads at our Walmart. And,
Yes.
Yeah. Wolf1701 says, man, I hate Warden. Dude, elucidate. Tell me why. I mean, I'm not saying it's not throw it in the corner. I'm not saying Warden isn't deserving of it, but I'm just curious as to your opinion as to why he deserves that hate. So he goes on, kind of spinning off. Do you intend to finish character sets like the War for Cybertron game, Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated? and Evan kicks down the door. Evan has a set of nuts on him like I wouldn't believe. I'll be honest, whenever Evan first came on the streams, I went, oh man, this guy's uncomfortable to watch. It made me very uncomfortable watching. And then he fucking took to it, and it's like, man, I love this guy just as much as B-Mac and Mark. Evan's fucking great. And I'll say that because Evan drops the swear words a lot. Look at the goddamn thing. Yeah, Evan, look at that goddamn thing. Evan said
could
Mark keeps
Fucking cuck his wife and he'd be fucking okay with it. The fucking cuck.
Listen,
Anyway, on the RC. here.
Magmatron's so goddamn awesome he cucked himself. The pterodactyl fucked the tyrannosaur and made the elasmosaur watch.
Speaking of Speedia 500, I was hoping for actually some more high octane characters out of that line.
Oh yeah. I
love Override.
I fucking love the Speedia 500 line. I thought we might get Cryotech out of that, quite honestly, because Speedia 500 back in the day we had Universe 1.0 where you could get all these different toys from different lines, but they were recolored. And Speedia 500 felt like Universe 3.0. It was just like, here's this toy you missed. It's got a different head. It's in different colors, but this is the toy you missed. Like, I think Universe 2.0, the one that I really want is like a purple and yellow snow cat, or whatever the fuck that one was.
What about
There's a version of
Ransacking?
Well, isn't there a version of Snowcat from Cybertron? And I clearly remember this because it's like they gave him the name Snowcat. So the animators over at, I think it was like Gonzo's studio, just had fun with it. And they animated one episode where he had like skis in the poles. And I was like, where's that version? How come we don't have accessories for Snowcat having fun skiing down the side of a mountain?
Fuck, I just loved having that little G.I. Joe figure.
Why was Ransack and Crumple Zone never? I was hoping they were going to be putting Speedia 500.
Some version of them, yeah.
You know what? Even a straight up like just repack refresh, just because I know Crumple Zone gets mad love ever since he got turned into BotCon Optimus Primal.
Yeah. There's your built-in fucking Generation Select to the mold right there.
Mm-hmm.
In the Speedy line, did we ever get a Decepticon Cybertron Velocity, from the Speed Planet? Did we ever get any of those?
Let's see. We got, I think one of the
I know we got
motorcycles
Override.
was a Decepticon. I know we got
Road Rocket.
Scourge.
Road Rock.
Yeah, Road Rocket was the Decepticon. Scourge was a Decepticon.
But did we get any other Cybertron Decepticons? Like we got, because
No.
I'm just thinking about it. We
No.
got Override,
think-
and then we got, who else did we get?
Let me take a look here.
Scourge.
TFWIK.
I don't know if they called him Scourge or I don't know if they called him Nemesis Prime, but he was in it.
I think they called him
Yeah,
Scourge.
but he's not a Cybertron figure. Like they redid her, and they redid didn't they redo somebody else?
They did Hot Shot, but they didn't put him in
Hotshot.
Speedia.
Oh, okay.
They did Cybertron Hot Shot, but they didn't put him in Speedia. I think he's Legacy United or something. Whatever Hot Shot that one is.
Because I remember they did a Hot Shot, but they did him out of the Hound mold.
Road
But I don't
Rocket?
remember if it was in Speedy or the other line before they did this Hot Shot that they just did.
Yeah, there was who's the black repaint in that? Who's the black repaint? Not Scourge truck, but there was a slick car.
Oh, Burnout,
Yes.
based on Crosscut and Skids.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got her too. Yeah.
Let's see here. Like they're not very good at this because they're talking about like Speedia was part of Legacy, but they don't have Control F Speedia. Let's see here. Speedia 500 collection. So we had under Speedia 500 we had what? Buzzsaw, Nightprowler, and Predacon. No, wait. Blur, Burnout, Clampdown, Cosmos, Road Rocket, Crasher. So there's a Decepticon and Shadow Strip. Crasher and Shadow Strip are Decepticons. And Scourge.
But we didn't have any to foil off of Override.
Yeah.
Like no Cybertrons to, I don't know. That feels weird to me that you would insert this figure that is known for racing other figures from the Speed Planet without any, that always bothers me when you have a good guy and no bad guy.
They could have done
Foil.
Megatron, Cybertron Megatron.
They could have actually, yeah. I mean,
He's
he
got the
technically
kick-ass
wasn't
race car
from
mode,
the Speed Planet, but he did have,
Yeah, he did
know?
race in it. He did race in the yeah. Yeah, they could have done it.
They could have. I mean, retroactively, they could have put in that.
like
fucking
I'll be
little
honest with you,
legacy
they're
figure.
just way too all over the place. There's no chaos. It's nice that we have a lot of different things, but it feels like things like there needs to be a certain amount of okay, we got this character, let's get a what is the word I'm looking for? Not comparable, but let's get a
Foil.
let's get a character that to be a foil. We got a good character. Let's get a bad character from that same line. So we have, it makes sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. It's like, everywhere. And then we've got too many good guys, not enough bad guys. Too many bad guys, not enough good guys.
I would have loved if they found a way to sneak in a repaint of like Power Suit Spike Witwicky.
Yeah. Anyway, Evan said that Mark keeps a running tally, just trying to find the right spaces, the right side classes. And then Nate, and I'm not sure if I know who Nate is. That might be the dude in the center. Said, be patient with us. At 86, they haven't done Megatron, Soundwave, Shockwave. A lot of heavy headers from 86. If you've seen a Transformer in a video game or a movie, they're going to do them. But it takes a lot of time. They only have so many scales. If I can go over to the chat. Wolf
Where the Omnibots?
Yeah, right. Wolf1701 says, I wasn't going to drag on about John Warden, but okay. I used to get Generations because I liked it and some products were good, but it was like, it's this or nothing. A mediocre figure or no figure. Tef says, swearing is a sign of intelligence, a sign of honesty, and improves pain tolerance. Scientific fact. Yeah, Tef, I agree with you, and welcome, by the way. Belucia says, snow job. Technical Jim, how you doing, buddy? I've always considered the Combiner Wars, Titan Returns, and Power of the Primes lines as a spiritual successor to the Universe lines for all the redeco and retools we got. Wolf1701, continuing on about why he dislikes Warden, says, so I took what I could get like Psy OK and deep cuts like Dion, or that one guy on the show, that one time, fuck you. Then Warden left and we got Ben, and it's screen accuracy, it's deep cut characters, it's homages to actual G1 episodes, like that bird that comes with Beach Camera. It's exactly what I want, and I'm really happy with this right now. It didn't happen until Warden was out. That means Warden was holding all this back. That's a very good point. Tef Test says, it's so sexy with the lights gimmick. Mark De Repetini, speaking of G.I. Joe, did you guys see the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Rattler ground attack jet from HasLab? Damn, that thing is beautiful. Indeed we did. Indeed we did, Mark. But I got to tell you, I received probably about 6 or 7 messages, Mark, just people going fucking nuts over the thought of you doing a Halonix Maximus. Like, out of all those, like 2 or 3 of them going, is he going to 3D print it? Am I going to be able to buy the files? People loved the idea of you specifically doing that Halonix Maximus. I know one guy. I will even say this. I'm not gonna out the person, but I will say that one person that I know for a fact. No, wait, 2 people that I talked to that I know for a fact used to work for Hasbro were excited about your Halonix Maximus. So, like I said, I'm not going to out these guys, but yeah, they were really, really excited. I just wanted you to know that.
Also, if you could just add like a crotch attachment, maybe. Just fuck it.
We've all seen Flesh Gordon.
Rector hasn't been out in a very long time.
So, side note: does John Warden have any say on the Beast Wars stuff?
I would imagine if he's like the team leader, I would imagine not only does he have some say, I'd say he might have the ultimate say.
I'm like chomping at the bit. I want to get into some freaking transmetals.
Yeah. I mean, I think, much to that point, Corey, I think that a great figure from that transmetal line that everybody would love would be Rampage. We have not seen an updated Rampage in really any form since that weird Rampage we got from the Sharkticon Megatron. Yeah.
It was Alone Together with the alternate universe, him and Transmutate.
Yeah.
That
really doesn't, if it's not turning into a crab, I'm sorry, that doesn't really count.
Well, that Rampage is also what I'm talking about, because you had to put the treads on it on and off. You had to, they were rubber bands. You had to disassemble them. And that's one of those weird, cool things. It's just like, wow, a little bit of parts forming, but with like a non-standard Transformers piece. This isn't a piece of armor. This is a tank tread that he runs on. And you have to pull this off. And I thought that was always weird. I was super afraid to always fiddle with it because I have a bad habit of snapping rubber bands.
Yeah. Going back to the chat here for just a second. Wolf1701 says, I understand not everyone likes it right now. I just want to enjoy it while it's here. I think everybody on this show has said really there's been no better time to be a Transformers fan than right now. It feels like, shit, man, we're getting a Straxus. We're getting a Flame and an Emirate Zayron. It doesn't feel like anything that's ever existed is off the table. Like if they turned around tomorrow and said, "Oh, the next Titan class is going to be Spanner that turns into the space bridge," I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I'd be elated.
I
but
mean,
I would
ever
not be
since
surprised.
the like Hasbro Pulse saying, "Hey, here's comic accurate looking Grimlock," and again, that's one of the things that's just like, okay, comic accurate Grimlock in the dark blues and the golds is amazing, but Flame, hell yeah, baby.
Yeah. Wolf1701 says, and I want a Halonix Maximus. Shellformer said, hey, Shellformer, how you doing? Botanica. Wolf1701, my autocorrect tried to say Holocaust Maximus. But yeah, I want a new Transmetals and Generations too. And as far as like my feelings about the way things are now in Transformers, Wolf1701 says, exactly. TFW goes on to ask about Reactivate. Is it still happening? And Nate goes, I'd love to give you an answer. We'll just go on past that. Recently, Mark made a few Instagram posts about 2025, 2026, and beyond that caused some discussion. And John goes out and said Mark, Evan, the entire team work about 2 years in advance. The team has the ability and the opportunity to look into the distant future and communicates with people at the convention. And essentially, like, combiners, they have to think about in the future a little bit. But, I mean, they're starting to think a little bit about 2027. He's just kind of going, we've all known that. Everything is a year and a half to 2 years off. You know, they know what's going in. To this, I will say, what I took away from this was, I don't think we've ever had a team like Mark, Evan, and BMAC. I don't think we've ever had a team at Hasbro that communicated with the fans and the public as openly as they have.
They're finishing the deluxe Insecticons.
Yeah. We're getting a Venom. But, I mean, can you guys think of a time whenever designers were like going like, hey, everybody, and answering questions?
Yeah, I mean, there's been occasions.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some massive failures too. What was that thing, the fan stream that just happened last year where you had to hit likes or something to shoot the ghost for the Ghostbusters stream?
Oh, god damn. Yeah, that. Oh, shit. That was. You ever see something so cheesy that it's awkward to look at? Like, sometimes there's beautiful cheesy, right? And then other times there's stuff that's so fucking cheesy to look at that it hurts. Like, I have a great example that I'm going to show off right here. I have, down the road from me, there is a billboard for this organization that helps sick children, right? It's called mercyships.org. A fantastic organization. But they have some of the cheesiest billboards. Yeah. Except for this one that's down the street that every time I drive by it at night, it gives me fucking nightmares. Because I'm going to show you this, but first I'm going to describe it. It is a woman holding this one infant. And this infant has like a tube taped up its nose and is so sick that it can't focus its eyes. Its eyes are cross-eyed.
Oh, man.
And she's holding this thing, and she's got her mouth wide open like a fucking demon. And it just looks like she sucked the soul out of this child. And the child is just let me die. But yeah.
That's morbid, man.
Oh, but yeah, if you're driving at night and you're tired.
Yeah,
and then you see the fucking demon holding a child trying to consume it. You know, it kind of throws you.
Then you're debating whether or not to slam the brakes and get out the holy water and try to save the child.
Yeah, there it is.
Then you realize it's not worth it.
It's not even cross-eyed, it's lazy-eyed.
Put some sharp teeth on there and some makeup. It could be Tim Curry's stand-in for Pennywise.
It doesn't even need the sharp teeth and the makeup. It's terrifying. That woman has eaten children. I know it.
I can see what they were going for, but I can also see how that just seems to, the tone seems very off.
That was.
And she's happy, and that like makes me like, I wouldn't be
except
happy.
That she is sad. Way too happy. She's happy like I'm gonna eat this kid when you go.
Yeah.
It's like,
this is dessert.
I feed on its
tears. And the kid is like, help me, please. Yeah.
Right now, I welcome death. God damn, kid. Yeah. Let's see here. TFW then asked, there have been figures over the years that had effect decos like battle damage or comic paint. Is there possible there could be versions without them? And Evan said, yeah, 100% something they're going to do in the future. We need to find the right place for the comic book characters, but now we have the molds. We have them out there. Strax has had 4 different color schemes. Yeah. So they're gonna maybe show up in the future. Let's see here. Anybody have anything to say about that?
I want the Straxus.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the color from the comic book scheme kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate the battle damage. It was so badly done. It was so haphazard too. It was commit either the whole figure is battle damage or nothing. Like this whole, it goes up to the shins and then the rest of the figure's clean until you turn into the what do you call it? Turn into the alt mode. That's the thing that used to bother me about the Bayverse, the Bay movies. One of the things was that the robots would be all scuffed up, but they would transform into the car, and the same panel that was all scuffed and scraped would magically be clean and pristine.
Oh yeah,
Commit
that was the
one or the other. Damn it! Sorry.
that was the Bayverse style of filming. Like Bumblebee lost his legs, yet he was still able to turn into a Camaro that had no marks on him whatsoever. It's
Yeah.
just like, hey,
But
where did
It's
the rest of
same
you come
thing
from?
with the battle damage they did for the thing. It was half and half. It was like,
Well,
you know,
it
the
didn't
figure
look
would be
good.
damaged, and then you get the vehicle, and the vehicle will be fine. You're like, did you run out of paint? Because I'm still paying $20 for a $10 action figure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You
Old
look
people
at
do
No,
that.
you're right. You're right. Commit.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm just, you know, it's that time of life, you know.
Corey, you had something to say.
I mean, you look at. I mean, I love my Siege Megatron. It's just do it consistent or don't do it at all. It looks like he got into a fight with a couple of mini-cons that got his knees taken out. It's all scuffed up. He got that little right there. I mean,
That's
just-
exactly what I was talking about.
yeah, just okay. If you want to do it, buy one pristine, then buy another one, and battle damage yourself.
I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna be the guy that says this. I didn't mind the battle damage on like
of
the
it
War
worked.
for Cybertron stuff or Siege.
Yeah.
I did not
Siege
mind the
worked.
battle damage on that because the whole line was supposed to be this is the last day of the war, right? But then whenever you take it over to Earthrise, whenever it's like this is supposed to be the first day on Earth, well, motherfucker, these guys got all repaired. Why do they have scuffs on them? That's just
I mean,
me.
if you
Well, no.
stick to absolute like lore, they were unwashed and unclean from being in the Ark for 4 million years. So I can see that, but it's just like, I need a shower, you know, versus I've been hit and I'm dying.
I like
But
to think
see,
they've had a shower.
you kind of made my point at what I was saying. That it was the last day. They have been fighting for millions of years, and it's messed up when the show that everybody binned did the deco better than the toys did. In the show they had cracked screens,
Yeah.
they had scuffs. Ultra Magnus was dirty as hell.
Yeah.
You
Give
know,
Ultra.
and- but then
Who's
you get the
who's
toy.
that bot with the cloak on?
Exactly.
Who is that?
I'm here to solve the mystery. Listen to
Either
see here.
commit all the way, or
Is it
don't
Ultra
do it at
Magnus?
all.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
So there hasn't been a Generations cartooner storyline in general since Kingdom. Evan says, I want to do more. And Nate says there's always interest in new content. He says, hey, look at Overwatch. Shit, man. There's also, TFW said, there's been some rumors about what's happening with the core class. Can you comment on it? And Evan says, I don't think you'll be missing out on core class figures. They're going to trickle in. Nate says, absolutely, core class. Core class ain't going away.
All right.
So, yeah. Core
Well,
class is not
that
going
was a hot rumor for all of a week and a half.
away. Yeah. Tef says, I want Hasbro to put their fucking pants on and release a full-fledged, no bullshit line of actual GoBots. Stop doing
Yeah.
semi-nods
Yes.
of current repaints and somewhat GoBots named figures. F that. Shellformer said, in relation to a team that's been as open with the public, maybe the Four Horsemen. You might be right. Technical Jim says, the toy designs still belong to Bandai Tef. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Tef, then Transformers shower scene. Go. Probably already exists in Rule 34 image board somewhere. Be right back. Mark DiRepetini says, concerning Halonix Maximus, I've started to work on designs. I'm definitely heading for Starship mode with a lot of inspirations coming from your guys' suggestions. I want a fantastic ship mode. And if possible, since he's probably a Titan, I might include a third mode if I can. We'll definitely keep you guys informed on this. Oh, love it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Tef says, at Technical Jim, don't care. They can buy them and do it. You know, Technical Jim, if I may take, I'm not going to take sides here, but if I may say, Hasbro's been working a lot with other companies lately. We're getting like Hasbro and Mattel working together, which I thought would never fucking happen. I don't know who does the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, but it sure
Playmates.
is Playmates.
Playmates.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah.
as fuck wasn't Hasbro. And the fact that we're getting, you know what? If they want to do crossover GoBots,
Playmates is more lenient with like crossovers. They're willing to deal.
yeah, crossover GoBots, and let's face it, it's. I think honestly, you know, Hasbro got the license for Power Rangers. Hasbro's a fucking, well, maybe not as much as they were, but they at one point they were a fucking powerhouse. And I think they still are.
Playmates got them now. Hasbro switched them over to Playmates.
Honestly, if I was running Hasbro, and thank God I'm not, because I'd probably run that fucker right into the ground. More tits on everything. I would get rid of Marvel, and I would get rid of Star Wars, and then I would take the money that I was like going towards Marvel and Star Wars, because I'm sorry, that Marvel and Star Wars shit just ain't selling. Go to your local Ollie's. Go ahead.
You can imagine trying to dislodge them. Like, you think of them as a ball and you throw them, and then to your horror and chagrin, the tentacles attached to your hand with the teeth bring the ball back, and then the ball screams with a row of jagged teeth at you, going.
It's like you tuned into my erotic fantasies. Welcome to Scott's OnlyFans. But I mean, take that money and procure yourself some fucking GoBots. License them.
Well, you know what?
You go to Ollie's, you're fucking hip deep in Marvel and Star Wars shit. If I see one more 3 1/4 inch Ray figure on the shelf at Ollie's, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Go ahead, Pete. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We got Crasher a few times, and maybe the alt mode isn't 100% correct, but the colors are there, the shape is there, the face is generally there, because the original toy doesn't have a face. It has a face plate and a visor. And what Hasbro can do is get all those robots that weren't correct, like the show they looked one way and the toys looked a different way. It doesn't have to be 100%. It just has to be close enough. Because who's complaining about Crasher? When's the last time anybody's complained about Crasher or Fracture as a figure for GoBot? Nobody. I don't think anybody ever has. We could do that with Coptor, because the helicopter on the toy and the helicopter in the helicopter robot in the show look different enough. Leader 1 has a face in the show, whereas the toy has
Flight mask.
The flight mask. Yeah.
Yep.
So there are, they can even do Psykill, because they don't have to make it 100%. They could just do what do you call it? The guys who did the KFC did with their not so good toe biter, whatever his name is, their Psykill, which was made out of a Junkion mold. It was just a repainted Junkion mold.
I've seen a lot of people do that custom Psykill with Rekgar, the studio.
Well, they also did it with Oil Slick from Animated.
Yeah.
It was a great custom.
Yeah.
And they already have in the comic books where they have Psykill, who looks enough like Psykill, even though he doesn't look exactly like Psykill. He's always at like Megatron's foot, or his face he's being clawed by Megatron's hand or whatever. But they can do it. They're just at this point just being lazy. They're just going with, I guess, they're easy. I don't want a bug bite that looks like Bumblebee but white, and I don't like that. That's not bug bite.
Yeah.
You can change it enough where you can still give it the kind of cockpit kind of head, shrink it down a bit so it looks more like a visor, whatever. There's a way to do it. They can do it. They're just not doing it. They're just being lazy. I don't want to repaint the what is his name? Cosmos. I want the original damn Cosmos. I still can't find the damn thing.
Dude, I'm sorry. The Pathfinder design from the original GoBots line. If you take Cosmos, G1 Cosmos, put it next to the original Pathfinder, I'm sorry, Pathfinder is the better UFO. Pathfinder is the better robot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and she's a fembot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I think could actually, if you wanted legendary, and if you wanted cartoon accurate GoBots, and they proved their mettle already, it's Playmates with their legendary Voltron and legendary 84. It looks just like Raz. So I got them. I think they could pull off GoBots to give you your classic, and give you your more toy accurate. You could go legendary or cartoon. You have both.
But here's two problems. One, they would have to license the Machine Robo figures for the image from Bandai if they wanted to make it look like the toys. And two, they would have to get the license for the names from Hasbro to name them, because Hasbro owns the GoBots names.
Yeah.
So
going over to the chat, because man, the chat is wild tonight.
wow.
Tef says
New blood will do that.
Don't care. They can buy them and do it. Smile. And Kyle Lewis, do you people have anything good to say about anything? I mean, groceries, battle damage, the suits, animated dead horses that are decomposed. You can't even really beat it anymore. Wolf1701 says Playmates is doing Hasbro Power Rangers for them. Kyle Lewis says, can't you just get over it? Tef says, Kyle Lewis, you must be new here. Welcome, LOL.
Yeah.
Kyle says sarcasm doesn't translate well to the written word. Wolf1701, I love Kyle. I love Kyle to death. He's like my little bro. Wolf1701 says, ever since the CEO died, Hasbro has turned into a limp dick. Star Wars is dragging them down. They need to get rid of Disney. And no joke, I was at my Ollie's yesterday, and it was all Star Wars and Marvel Legends. Kyle Lewis, he goes, Tef, do you know? Oh, my God. Kyle went, do you know who I am? Tef. And then Kyle says, Hasbro better make that ROM fast. Wolf1701 says, I would love good GoBots comparable to the generations to go with my generations. Shellformer says, if Hasbro did a modern Psycho,
oh baby,
you know, not only that, there were some Sentry robots in a G1 episode that were on you never saw their robot mode, but they were on Hasbro and they looked like green, if I'm remembering correctly, green versions of the Future Machine that Psycho turned into. I would, please give me a modern Psycho. Wolf1701, put my Turbo and the Ironhide together, have Bumblebee pulling off Scooter's head in a death match. Studio Series 86 Prime and Leader 1 just as good as shaking hands on my shelf. Belucia says, I can't believe I'm hearing this. I must have been Mandela'd. Fracture and Cratcher were loathed by many, not proper, see? And Tef says, I just want a proper new Tux and dive. Man, to fucking Tux, Tef.
I want a Destroyer.
I will fucking cut off my little toe for a Tux. Oh, and yeah, Corey, Destroyer. Yeah, make that thing a giant tank.
Yeah.
Like the Leader class brawl from the first movie. I want Destroyer to be a GoBots kaiju. Right, I
have the
want
back door open up and Tux can drive inside,
Yeah.
and Turbo and all them. Have the back door open up. APC, Armor Personnel Carrier.
And
Yeah.
Putting on
TFW.
the Ritz.
Oh, go ahead, Xavier.
Putting on the Ritz.
Indeed. TFW is running out of huge characters to do in the Titan class a concern at all, since you've done a lot of them at this point, to which I say, they say, we'll never run out of Titans, that's for sure. To which I say, Titan class Zod for GoBots, please.
Yes.
TFW, we just saw the announcement of Devastator coming back. Will you use the frame setup as Menastor or a more traditional combination, or have his own unique arrangement? Evan said this has been a popular question. We don't expect to have a frame, just because of the way the Constructicons merge. Some kibble here and there. Yeah, you know what? You can't frame up. You can't frame up Devastator like you do Menasor. I would argue you can't do that with Superion either.
I mean, as long as you do the ear gun, you're kind of cake.
Yeah.
A Zod that's bigger than Child and they can ride.
Yes. And I wanted to make that same movement so the kids just, it's like riding a fucking mechanical bull. And the only way you could stop it is pressing the red button on its belly. Make it an actual physical danger.
Who are the monsters in the GoBots? Like the Combiner?
That monstrous, but he was called
Yes.
Satan 6
Yeah,
in Japan.
Exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
do that.
I had
too.
2 of those or 3 of those once. Couldn't
Man.
combine them because they were not adjacent limbs or anything. They
I
were just like-
have all 6 of them. I have that combiner from whenever I was a kid. It's fucking lovely. It's the only bad thing about GoBots. Once the joints were loose, there was no way to tighten those fuckers. None.
Damn.
Oh my god. TFW then says, for other combiners potentially in the future, is the goal to do them more in the aesthetic or of how Menasor is done? And Evan said, I think the goal here is to follow the aesthetic of the animation. John agrees, that's the plan. Nate says all 6 Constructicons. We're not taking the combiner wars, anything from that. And to be truthful, it fits in with the scale of the universe that's been established over the last 5 years. Tef says, I want Wolf 1701's. Yeah, but Lucius, that's a Mandela effect. We all love them. Wolf 1701 said, oh God, yes, Titan Zod. Shelfwarmer says, kneel before Titan Zod. Tef said, the next Titan, the GoBot Commander base. You know,
Yes,
I'd be okay
please.
with that too.
And I want the Renegade base too.
There is, Tef, you might find this interesting. There is a gentleman who does some 3D printing who goes by the name Metacreate. And he has all of his stuff up on Patreon. It's like $5 a month to get access to everything he does. And quite frankly, it's worth it. He's got, let me show you Metacreate stuff here. So if I go to, let's see, Funbee Studios, and Funbee's great too. If you can fucking afford them both, please do. They deserve your dollars, because they are, I mean, just the stuff Funbee's doing is just incredible. Wow. To me, Funbee's like the elder god on Patreon of doing Transformers stuff. Matrix Peg for Bumblebee, Rampage's Spark Cage from Beast Wars, Energon Vial. This is just the stuff he's done this month. You know, wow. So Metacreate Studios, go over here. Metacreate Studios does some absolutely amazing stuff, and I'm trying desperately to fucking get to him. Like, I know right now he has like the Legends class Arc base that you can build. But one of the things that he is building, there we go, finally.
Does the spark squeezer for Rampage actually squeeze?
Yeah,
That's
you put a spring in it from a pen, and it'll squeeze shut. Yeah, it actually squeezes.
Yes,
so there's the Crashed Arc
yes.
base entrance that you can print out.
Nice.
Let's see here. We have Wheeljack stuff, but you know, here's a Fusion Buster sword that he's done. He doesn't put out stuff as quick as Funbee, but whenever you said the GoBot Commander base, and Wolf 1701 says Titan GoBot Command Center, it reminded me of this. His plan is for this year, he does like a yearly big project. He is going to do the unreleased Micromaster base.
Wow.
Yeah. And so there's like pictures of the unreleased Micromaster base. It made it to prototype and no farther. So he's going to end up doing that. And I think up here he has like, update April. There's his first, he's starting to work on it there. And then he has another update, I think up here, update July. I'm waiting, there he has like a little bit of it done there. So like the last one he did, I think, was the Skyhopper copter. And the year before that was the Countdown rocket. So if you get the chance, these guys, Funbee Studios and Metacreate, they deserve your money. Like I'm over here, I play action Ghostbusters gear. I'm just signed up to them for free. I'm not giving them anything. Vertex Nebula, he has more of like a Patreon store that you buy stuff off of. And I ended up buying 2 things off of him. Oh, there was an error. That's okay. So he's just there because. Excuse me. Technical Jim says, unless we get good fiction with GoBots characters, then the toys need to be exceptional for people to venture out of their comfort zones to buy new stuff. And I think we need James Gunn to make a GoBots movie people will want to see. Absolutely. Tef, I don't understand that rando people making such great stuff like this and not having the company that owns them not capitalizing on it on the high demand with such a dry supply. Agreed.
So that's how he did it.
Mm-hmm. That's how he did it. So with Gamer Edition, have they become easier to design over the time? And they said, yeah. Great communication back and forth. TFW then asked, since he's his rival, would you be interested in making RID Megatron to go with HasLab Omega Prime? And what size class would you want? Evan goes, I can tell you, Yuki-san wants us to make RID Gigatron. John says he sure does. It's tricky. He'd almost have to be Commander class. And he's almost a small Titan. Pretty much he scales with Omega Prime. So, yeah.
I had the white version of that. Man, I regret getting rid of it.
I have the purple knockoff version that I got from Big Lots.
I have the original purple version somewhere in my room.
Stupid me, I had the white with the gold chrome.
Man.
Poor Corey.
Yeah.
Someone pity this man. Pity him hard. No.
Hey,
I pity the fool that gets rid of Gigatron.
Hey Scott, you know what that giant Zod needs?
What's that?
A Sean Connery in a red banana hammock riding him.
I was thinking more along the line of the laser lance, but tomato.
Zardoz.
Titan class Zardoz that turns into
Sean Connery
a penis holding a gun.
Sounds about right.
You haven't lived till you've seen Zardoz.
Agreed. TFW says, would you be interested in making Armada Jetfire and Overlord? And cool. John Warden says, Jetfire is one of those things we continue to be asked about. Optimus Prime does have compatibility. Stay tuned. Ooh. That's all. That's a great way of saying a whole lot of nothing. Once a segment is completed, like the Studio Series 86 cast, would the subline end, or would things just restart with new versions? So, and he says for the 86 line, they're striving to create new versions. We don't want to upset the fan community who has been loyal along the journey, collecting the 86. So he's kind of saying that it feels like, yeah, we're gonna start over. We'll be making Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnuses until the day you fucking die, and then 15 years after that.
Here's the orange plating from scene 3 of Autobot City Ruin, you fucking nerds.
We're gonna have like polished Ultra Magnus and blown apart Ultra Magnus, and there's an Ultra Magnus that you press a button and it says "God damn it, open."
I'm waiting for them to do shit where it's just like build a figure Studio Series Unicron and then like Wave 3000 build a figure underwater squid. By the way, with an ellipses, don't get it wet though.
There's some guy you're saying about like Studio Series Unicron. There's some guy over in the Transformers 3D printing thing who is building a Unicron. It's like 3D printing out a Unicron, and he must have like one of these giant. Yeah, here it is.
I saw this picture.
Yeah. So
holy hell.
Yeah. Here's this. God, there's like Megatron. There's the fucking head.
It's over, Optimus. I have the high ground.
Good God. Hold on here. There it is next to Hercules.
Ooh, I have the high
there
ground,
he
Optimus.
is standing next to it, man. That's just the head.
Deli.
God damn, Alvin, you got a set of nuts.
No, he's got a head.
Yeah, it's true. Well, he's also got a set of nuts.
He hasn't got that far yet, huh?
When someone says, when someone asks him, like, trying to be funny, so no head, he can just gesture like Will Smith.
Right over there. Take my 3D printer's name out your goddamn mouth.
You gotta say a line from Frozen Peas, and I'll be happy.
Let's see here. Would you be interested in making a transformable CAD for Ultra Magnus? And that's a very good question. I think it'd be tricky. Just wait 7 years. Are there any new characters you'd like to redo as commanders? Maybe Overlord and Six Shot. Overlord, definitely.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. Menasor, redo Roadbuster and Whirl. Anything that anybody wants to say here, just like jump in.
I mean, I'm just following
like,
along because there's
great shot.
a bunch here.
Yeah.
Great shot and quick switch.
Yeah. I think we need a proper quick switch. Getting that last quick switch that was just a recaller of Six Shot didn't really do it. We need a proper one. I can't talk about this next one. Speaking of Titans, the first Titan Thrilling 30 Metroplex came out more than a decade ago. Are you interested in revisiting a G1 version or possibly other versions of him? And John said, this is a tricky question. That version came out a long time ago. I think this is one of those moments Evan and Mark are going to reach out to the fan community and kind of get a better understanding. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Okay. I mean, really? It's been 10 years?
Yeah. I mean,
Give me a comic cover accurate Fort Max where he's actually ripping his own freaking head off. And he can actually do it. Remember that cover, Scott?
oh, I love that.
Where he was ripping his own head off?
I think that was Headmasters #1. I had that.
Yep.
I had that comic book as a kid. And
Me
then
too.
and then like the local newsstand where I got my comic books from never put in 2, 3, or 4. I went for years not knowing how that ended.
Did I ever see the rest of them? I remember picking that up because I thought that was really interesting, and at the time I was a little disappointed though because the first Ultra Magnus Fortress Maximus I saw was the toy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in a store for $100 for the full size figure, and I was like, "Hi, Chase." When I saw the comic book, I was like, "Wow, he's so small.
Oh.
It's so weird."
Chase.
You know.
Chase, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, just heading to lunch.
Oh, good to have you, man. How many people
Wow,
have
this
died
is-
since we've last talked?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Wait, what happened?
How many people? No, I'm not saying anymore. I've learned my lesson.
Anybody down
no.
for Fort Max ripping his own head off? Anybody down for that?
I think I like my Fort Max as it is, but I'd love to see like a Voyager or Leader class Fort Max that is IDW accurate.
See, that would be sick. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I need more IDW based stuff, man.
Fort Max
Honestly,
is a warden, right?
Those
That's
were
right.
the peak designs.
I'll tell you what, I would if they were gonna do an animated series, if they would do it based off of the IDW stuff, like the first run of IDW comics, not the IDW reboot. Man, I would be so down
The
for
bad
that.
one.
A Lost Light cartoon, my God, that would be great.
I think
still
it's
don't
yeah, I
like
think it's still on the
IDW
table.
design. Oh, sorry. Who am I talking over? I'm sorry.
That's okay, man.
It's okay.
What's that, Pete?
I think it's still.
Oh,
Yeah, go,
sorry.
go, Pete, go.
Well, I was just gonna say I still, for the most part, do not like the IDW designs for some reason. I like, with the few exceptions, like I love Hot Rod's design, and I've grown to kind of like Prime's design, but with the exception of a few odd ones here and there, I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
I
that's fine.
honestly think it's.
Go
I
ahead,
think it's a
Xavier.
good design.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. It's a good design. It's fun. I mean, we got wrung out of it. So I know the consensus being some of these things work better than others. Like Ultra Magnus was actually a full-sized leader class fig we got, and that came with the Minimus Ambus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, they really are playing heavily in the IDW universe. So Tarn, comic accurate Tarn just came out. We get a lot of stuff from Lost Light. I don't think they're done with it, honestly.
No.
I think they just want a spot for Lost Light to do more. I mean, it keeps going. I just remembered there's good guy Megatron. Autobot Megatron was one of the things you could do for the leader class version from Titans Return.
I mean,
Maybe?
that was so that was so much of a kick in the teeth to a lot of people. That was such a stunner that even made its way over into the Earthspark cartoon, Autobot Megatron, or at least Good Guy Megatron. I mean, that was something that was never really explored outside of Shattered Glass at the time.
I'd like to see them do a reissue, because I wanted figures as the Alone Together, the alternate Rampage and Transmutate, and that's probably one of my favorite stories of them is the alternate. And I love how they did Transmutate's character. She's basically like, can't understand, say like, if you say no, can't get the concepts of that. She can't get the concepts of things and understanding, and it was a really good read. And I'd like to see him maybe put out new versions of that or reissue the old ones for the general public.
Good
Yeah.
God.
He was a
Yeah.
builder, wasn't he?
Bullshit. I'm just gonna skim the rest of this one-on-one, see if there's anything interesting here. Legacy Prime, IDW Megatrons, bodies. Follow Cybertron, considered criteria for redoing and updating characters. A lot of animated characters when unmade. Convention exclusive decos like Combiner Hunters, Studio Series, Commander Class, Superior Generation Selects. There we go. That's one that I think is interesting. Gen Selects is one of those things that I think is constantly evolving. It's not the question. I mean, we had some interesting. There was a redeco of Omega Supreme as the Guardian. So I think the opportunities to revisit some of the characters are in there. The price point is what's challenging in the scale. IDW characters would you like to do the most? DJD, Nautica, True to Scale Rodimus, The Lost Light Cast.
Man, if they do the DJD, all my MMC figures will be useless.
I disagree. I was looking at my
It's like $1,000 on that shit.
I was looking at my
combined.
DJD cast the other day, and I looked at Tarn, and then I looked at the other Tarn and went, man, you know what? Hasbro Tarn is fine. It is good, but god damn, the MMC one is fantastic.
It's
chunky.
I mean,
do you have Nickel and Pet in your complete collection, Chase?
I do. I have all of them.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same here. I've got all the MMC
I love
ones.
Nickel. She is the one I handle the least because I'm afraid she will break.
There is no way that they'll do a Nickel as good as MMC. I'm sorry. Just
No.
like the little tool belt and the actual tools hanging off of it. No way.
Man.
No way.
Scott, you know how many times my Nickel has fallen over and those little tools fall off?
I have cats, so you don't have to tell me a damn
Man,
thing.
that's fair. He said, I have cats. I'm like, God, you're right.
Could the Lost Light ship itself be turned into a transformer? And he goes, I don't know. That might be a 2028 thing.
That would be heat.
Yeah, screws or pins, accessory packs. He's actually saying yes, he's into accessory packs. So I'm cool with that. I'd like to see some accessory packs. Talking mini cons, collar schemes, what I can't talk about that one. When can we expect another HasLab after Omega Prime? I can't talk about that. Transit. So he's saying there might be a transit. Jesus Christ. And then
What a long interview.
Yeah, I know. And then they ask about something here. I got a fly fucking bugging the shit out of me. It was stated in Legacy Thundertron it had some Zoid design cues. So what specific Zoids would you like to see as Transformers? And
Blade Liger.
Yeah,
TFW. Yeah, the main ones for sure. But you remember Blade Liger got there was also Jaeger Liger and Lightning Liger that were stored in a giant snail.
I want the blue Blade Liger from Chaotic Century with Fiona and Zeke.
Nice. I would love to see, if we're doing big figures, whenever I was a kid, I had a Zoids. It was like a Brontosaurus or Diplodocus. The thing was massive and like the neck moved up and down.
I know which one you're talking about.
This is back in the 80s whenever all Zoids were black, blue, and gray.
Yep.
Oh, they must have did an update of that one because I had some Brachiosaur looking one when I was a
see
kid.
here.
I wanted the T-Rex. The T-Rex Zoid. That was my favorite.
Dinosaur.
There was a Kong
80s.
Zoid that was pretty cool.
Iron Kong.
I had like the
Iron
mammoth
Kong.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
What was
I
the
had the
see.
mammoth
mammoth.
called?
I can't remember. I had the
Geont.
Spinosaur too.
I had the legendary red blade liger from the
Oh, the
Zoid,
Kong.
the
One I wanted
the-
to. Sorry.
what show was that? It was after Chaos Century. It was more like the sport combat there, where it had the Liger Zero, where he fought the legendary red blade liger. I had that legendary red blade liger.
This is the one I'm talking about here. The one to the upper right. That's the one I had as a kid.
Nice.
Right? And this thing was massive. Or maybe I was just small. But yeah, I'd love to see like some sort of update of
Oh,
that.
it says 50 centimeters. That's pretty long, isn't it?
That's what
Ah!
I mean, we're
20
men,
inches,
so
15 inches, something like that.
50 cm to inches. Yeah, that's like 19, 20 inches. Yeah.
20 inches. That's
Yeah.
still pretty big, especially back then.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of spoiled now because our figures are like
This is the cool
24
shit we
inches.
grew up with.
Oh yeah, man.
That's it. That was
The
it. Gore.
Kong.
I wanted Gore
I
and
remember that one.
the T-Rex.
Yeah.
So I could reenact King Kong.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I
man.
remember. I had the Liger Zero and like the Phoenix that like combined with it.
Oh, the Phoenix.
I love the
Yeah,
Dangerous.
that was made out of the blocks. I remember those block ones were so fun to mess with because they're like modular.
Have you seen the Gojulus King or Emperor where he's like
I
bigger than
have
got the
that.
horn?
I have that
Dude,
one.
oh,
I do.
that I'd love to see brought back.
I got that. I never built it. I was intending to make a custom Triptychon out of that.
Make it if they bring that back, make it a triple changer.
Uh,
That'd be cool. Have city mode too.
Belucius says, no such thing as Mandela effect, just too many food additives. I read plenty of comments expressing disappointment that Crasher didn't do what Fracture already did, and I stayed away from both. I do remember Bumblebee being red when I was a kid, though. Wolf1701 says, red Bumblebee is a famous factory error. Tef says, dude needs to mount that giant Unicron on top of his house to assert dominance in his neighborhood. Mark Derepatini says, oh shit, I never thought about a Studio Series 86 Unicron. It would actually make sense. Belucia says, I know, they had the yellow one too, and only the yellow cliff jumper, so I got the red one. Mark Derepatini said that in a Studio Series 86 Megatron. Would it be possible to have done for Tommy like they did with Masterpiece Megatron for gun mode? Wolf1701, yeah, that quick switch was impossible to get. I ended up just getting the Fans Project one. Tef says, missing link Megatron. Technical Jim, if we're getting new toys of the Primes, I think we're getting a 6-changer Amalgamous Prime that will get retooled into or from either a new 6-shot or quick switch. Kyle Lewis said, Chase, too, why don't you just bring on Holson while you're at it? Technical Jim said, I think the IDW designs are designed to be stylized to be visually appealing. Giving them alt modes they can transform into seems to be an afterthought. Action Master Pancake says, finally catch you guys live. Normally listening at work Thursday morning. Love the show. Action Master Pancake, thank you for being here. He also says, got myself the KO Metro Titan. Best $30 I ever spent. Thank you for that. We're going to skip to a show note for you, Action Master Pancake. Let me finish up this. Belucia says, hello, Pancake. Sounds like you may be in these here parts. Not really, though. I have no body clock. Action Master Pancake says, it be like that sometimes. So we're going to skip two of the, well, just one of these here. And there is Mr. Jetfire on TFW is the guy selling these KO Metroplexes. So
Fucking madman.
right,
Look at this shit.
The KO
like
Metroplex is $30. It comes with Slammer, 6-shot Scamper. The Metro Titan is $30. And
Whole
he even
truckload
has
of sex appeal.
yeah, he has Metro
damn.
Bombs, and he says
I didn't get a Metro Bomb. I need a Metro Bomb.
Yeah, you can get, dude. I've got Metro Bomb right over here, dude.
Yeah,
I got mine.
He's the only one I'm missing from, because I got the Metro Titan from KO Toys like 1,000 years ago.
Right.
Man.
After I saw your review of Metroplex.
Dude, they're on AliExpress. They're like $3.
Looks like the KO's got chrome on the
I gotta
legs.
get one.
Yeah. So, he said, due to funding issues, there needs to be enough pre-orders for 300 pieces to produce. I'm not sure if I can fulfill that. If not enough, there'll be a refund. So he is thinking there is a possibility that we are getting Autobot City accurate orange and gray Metroplex.
I want that so bad.
Yeah.
As soon as
I
it
don't
popped
even
up,
know
I was
what
like,
this is
mine.
From what is this color scheme from?
This is Autobot City from the
This
movie.
is from the Transformers
Yes!
movie.
Oh, man, yes!
Oh, he just means city. Okay, I was
Yeah.
just like, is this a version of Metroplex I'm like seeing only in like the
No.
Japanese
No.
media?
No.
This is Metro in the 86 movie. It was supposed to be Metroplex, and then they just called it Autobot City and moved Metroplex to,
the series.
I don't know, the series. Yeah.
Hey, there's Lookout Tower right there.
Lookout
this thing
Mountain. Come
This
here,
thing looked
Daniel.
amazing.
How
That
do you-
shit is fantastic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna pre-order this, but if he ends up putting this up, I will fucking get this.
I'm looking
That
at my
is-
86 Hot Rod and be like, yeah, you
That-
you like ran over the safety thing and got pissed off. I'm like,
Mhm.
But
yeah,
you do realize
remember
that for the price of what is now considered a deluxe today, you are getting G1 Autobot City Metroplex with all his shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And look at all that detail. I don't care if it's stickers. Look at all that damn detail. You don't get detail like this no more. You get a
No.
lot of unpainted greebles, but you don't get detail like this on your official toys anymore, unless they're like HasLab thing. You know, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more I'm like, it makes me happy, sad, and angry at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
30,
it's-
$30. I'm like,
Yeah, $30.
Yeah,
30
man.
bucks,
It's like,
man.
oh.
For less than the price of a Voyager.
I wonder if he
I
has
spent more.
Oh, go
I spent
ahead,
more
man.
than Super 7 figures today. Like I fucking flipped out because I didn't realize there was going to be this version of the Thundercat Super 7 figures in the store today, and I was like, "Yo, that's scratching an itch like a cat." Yeah. Anyway, got him. Suffice to say, it was more than $30.
We have some. We got some weird figures, and I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We have biker mice from Mars figures for some fucking reason.
They are out already because I saw Street Sharks too, and we're talking original chunky
Yeah.
plastic cages.
Where's my
Vin
fucking
Diesel
Dino
promo.
Riders at?
Yeah. I was
Dino
walking-
saucers. Where's the dino saucers?
Well, I was walking by the Jurassic Park aisle the day before yesterday, and I looked over and I'm like, damn, I wish I still have my Deinonychus from Dino Riders.
Mm-hmm.
I have some of the little alien figures from Dino Riders. Give me Dino Riders.
You know, it was Fire Talks, another 3D designer. Fire Talks made some Dino Riders equipment for the fossilizers whenever they were out.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
You remember the intro to that for the VHS tape I had at Dino Riders where the kid was in the museum and he walks in and the bones come to life and we're fighting each other.
I
And it
remember.
pans back to millions of years ago with the two factions warring.
I fucking lived that shit, man. I'm 50 years old. I
So
remember
am I.
seeing that air for the first time. I remember
Oh my
sitting down and
God.
watching the Max Steel cartoon. It's
Fuck.
fucking
I would-
Sunday mornings watching Bigfoot, robotics, and the Inhumanoids and Gem.
Yep.
I
Gem of the
I
Hologram.
watched all of those.
Yeah, Gem of the Holograms was weird because that was like almost an Archie crossover.
My
Okay.
sister had the stage and it came with the tape and I took her tape so I could listen to the theme song. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie, that theme song was banging.
Okay,
Oh,
do
it
you
was
guys, do you guys remember Dino Saucers?
Dino Saucers.
Dino Saucers were a little bit after my time.
Dino Saucers
I
was
love
like 90s.
Dino Saucers.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them bring. If Super 7 you want to bring back all these franchises, bring them back. Bring back Dino Riders, shit like that.
I bet you anything, fucking anything, Super 7 has got the fucking size advantage to their catalog of being just a really swell company, they could do GoBots.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how my Saturdays fucking went. I will tell you my Saturdays whenever I was a kid. So let's say it's a 10-year-old Scott, right? 10-year-old Scott wakes up 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday, right?
Yep.
5:30 in the morning, so I can make myself breakfast. I'm 10, and I'm fucking using the stove, right? So 5:30 in the morning, I wake up, I make myself breakfast, and I get done about 6 a.m. I'm showered, I'm ready to go. 6 a.m., motherfucker. I turn on WJAC and I watch Alfred Hitchcock's Presents because I was weird, okay? I liked Alfred Hitchcock, right? And then I planned out my day. Transformers showed like 3 or 4 times during the day. Transformers was my number one. But by God, Bionic 6, the Bionic 6, if that fucker was on, I was watching that. You know, the only way I was missing Bionic 6 was if Transformers was playing on another channel. And I would buy a TV guide every week, which was about 15 cents. And
I would kill a kid with a Bionic 6 figure.
What's that?
So you could kill a kid with a Bionic 6 figure that had so much metal in it.
Fuck yeah. I would watch
It was probably lead.
Probably a little bit. But it was like Transformers.
Remember, it's not a toy.
Bionic 6.
Unless it can harm a child.
If G.I. Joe was on, I was going to watch G.I. Joe. And man, there were some cartoons, like I would watch Bugs Bunny. I loved, and they always had reruns of Bugs Bunny on. It would go until noon. This dance of like all these cartoons. Sometimes
Saturday
it was
morning
Turbo
cartoons.
Teen. If this dude gets hot, he turns into a car. What the fuck? GoBots. I would watch GoBots. And then
Your mind was
at
blown
noon,
in humanoid.
yeah. At noon, my dad would come out because my dad worked nights. So noon, my dad, and I was always a very quiet kid, which is why I'm extremely loud and now. But at noon, my dad would come out and we would watch a Kung Fu movie from noon to 2 because they had Kung Fu theater on WWCP around here. 2 o'clock, I would go in the woods and nap because I was fucking tired. And I didn't want to nap at the house because the house was always too noisy. I would go down to the woods below my house, and there was this part called the Love Steps where it was like these stones that went down to the river, and I would like curl up next to a tree and take a nap. It's where like everybody carved. Oh, I like Becky Sue. I'm in love with Deborah because she takes it in the butt and shit like that, right? So I just like curl up. What? Okay, Deborah. I've got to talk to Deborah later.
Oh, no.
I would sleep there probably until about 6 or 7 o'clock. It was a full-on night's sleep in the woods because I needed to have my energy. Like sometimes we would go shopping, I would sleep in the car, but most of the time, sleep there. I was allowed to stay up as late as I wanted. At 11:30, WPXI put on Chilly Billy Cardille, and I was allowed to stay up and watch Godzilla and Gamera films until I couldn't take it anymore. That was my Saturdays.
WPXI, they were my favorite wrestling organization.
Dude, the WPXI, the wrestling professionals of X-ray enterologists. Yeah, that was fucking fantastic.
My Saturdays started a lot like yours, except minus the shower and the eating breakfast thing.
Mm-hmm.
But from 6 o'clock until 12 o'clock, it was cartoons. And then at 12 o'clock, Glow came on.
Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Yep, Glow came on. And then after that, it was the Soul Train. Because
in my area, Glow didn't come on until Sunday night.
In my area, it came on right after cartoons. I'm from Manhattan, so, and the Kung Fu flicks, they came on at 2 o'clock every Sunday afternoon.
You guys didn't watch porn at 3 a.m. or 8 a.m.
We watched Cinemax and tried to look a squiggly nipple. That's
that was pretty much it. It was like turn it to the. We had the cable boxes that had the little dial that you would turn. Mm-hmm. So we would turn it to like the channel just before showtime and then turn it until we get showtime. And it looked great. It was a little snowy, but it looked great. Those middle of the night things, and my mom was sleeping on the couch right behind me, and we had the sound all the way down, and like
I went high tech with my shit. I found out that if I recorded porn on Cinemax, I found this out at 12 or 13. If I recorded porn on Cinemax and then took the second VCR we had and recorded it from that, it would actually filter out a lot of the scrambling.
Wow.
Oh.
Hackerman Scott.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yo.
Shoot, you should have been my best friend when I was a kid.
Dude, I'll
we
be
could have
your
learned so
best
much
friend
together.
now, man.
Man, I didn't have it. I never had those struggles.
You're just a baby homicidal maniac.
Yeah.
We're homegrown from the 70s. We had the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Action Master Pancake says 86 Studio Series Metroplex reminds me of the custom someone did of the Metroplex and Fort Max combined into the Orange City. Wolf 1701 says,
Oh yeah.
Wolf
I remember that
1701 says, I need Orange Metroplex. Tef says, damn, I have the original Metroplex complete box styrofoam. Been trying to sell it for years, and I love that orange scheme and wants it. Lol. Belusia says, I can still see that orange Metroplex when I close my eyes. It's beautiful, but it's branded into my retinas. Mercy. Wolf 1701 says, Dino Saucers. I think if you go forward in this, they actually talk about that custom, the Fort Max and Metroplex Orange custom. Let's see.
It's in my toy folder. I have a folder just for pictures of toys I'll never own.
Yeah, there it is. I got it. There it is. So yeah, there is the custom that they're talking about. Beautiful, beautiful. Rounding it up here, Transformers 1, we finally have images of RC and Soundwave. Soundwave looking like Soundwave. RC looking like RC. Has anybody seen Transformers 1 yet?
No, I want to see it though. The commercials look really
Not out
good.
yet, is it?
There have been some screenings. I know that Hightail, I think Hightail got to see Transformers 1. I know our good buddy Mikey Siciliano got to see Transformers 1. Yeah. I think he had to, like, whenever I did the product thing with Hasbro, he had to sign an NDA just like I did. But
yeah, of course he has. He has no choice but to see it. As a fellow Australian, if you blaspheme against Chris Hemsworth, they fucking hang you.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Soundwave and RC look pretty damn good.
I want to see what they turn into.
Well, yeah, they do that thing now with Soundwave where they put some sort of like circuitry detail in the chest, and I kind of like it. It looks like a sound, like an actual sound wave.
They
is
went
going
with the
through,
yellow
like,
eyes.
yeah,
I like that.
It looks like
me too. Toy
it looks
accurate
pretty cool.
yellow eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, it does, Xavier. It really does. Shit. I can't wait to see this movie. And I'm Mikey, I'm jealous of you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so jealous of you.
mostly because he's a
he's a good looking
in
man.
the industry now, which is really impressive.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, Ariana messaged me. Let's see what she said. Oh, it's just a cat yawning in front of a thing. Anyway,
that'd have been funny if it would have been a pair of her boobs.
She would never.
That we'd automatic
she'd never send me
age. We would have. Good Morning Cybertron off of Facebook forever. Gone the way of XR plays.
She wouldn't do that during the show. So, moving on to looky what I found. Xavier, buddy, do you have a looky what I found?
So, it's a little warm right now.
Okay.
It's a little warm. Someone drew a funny little comic to illustrate just how warm it is via Transformers.
Okay, I'll go over to Facebook, and usually, let's see here. It's this warm.
Oh, I saw that.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And unrelated, just because I like doing this now, just for a bit of chaos blast. Here's a gender bend version of Doug Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome from the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
That's right.
Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Not right.
Dimmadame.
dimma damn.
Dimma dimma damn.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I got feelings in my duck dimma dick.
I don't get it.
Yeah. This is making me feel a weird sort of way.
Hey, Xavier, why do the ladies like Soundwave? Because he has rewind and fast forward.
Anyway. Corey, do you have a look at what I found?
I tagged you guys in like a couple of days ago. It's my Dommy Mommy Arachnid. from
Oh,
Transformers Prime.
okay. Let's see here.
Oh
I'll just go right on there and post it right to you guys.
Good morning, Cybertron. Wow, I am just fucking it all up. I can't even find my own Facebook page. I'm old. Let's see here.
That's my excuse at work every single day.
Oh God. There's something. Oh yeah. Huh.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The duck one.
Summoned by a dark ritual, the size of this creature is determined by the amount of ducks the child invokes before saying goose.
Yeah, that was last week's. Wholesome had a good one.
Uh,
You know what it reminds
Chase.
me of is
Oh, go-
fucking. You remember
Yeah, what's
He-Man
up?
had the Cobra enemy that was hiding in like a costume, and then when you removed like the costume, he was a ball of snakes.
That's
Chase,
weird.
do you have a looky what I found?
Nope.
That's okay. Pete, how about you, buddy?
Nope. I honestly barely even made it on the show. I've been trying to get on the show for the last 3 weeks. I've been like ready, and then at the last minute, I'm like, oh, I got no energy. I'm just gonna bring the show down.
Fucking
So then I just
Tyler.
went on the chat today. I was like, no, we're gonna do this, and I'm so glad I got here.
Oh man, we love you, man.
I feel that.
I have got to show this off.
Ooh,
I
interesting.
I love. Everybody knows I love 3D printing. I think 3D printing is fucking fantastic. Mavs is quickly becoming one of my favorite 3D artists. He made a pack of heads to go onto the Shadow Striker as Roulette and Shadow Striker, the BotCon accurate ones,
Ooh,
and even did a couple.
that looks nice.
And now it makes more sense.
Mhm.
I found the Arachnid. Can I post it in where I got on the call?
Man. Absolutely. Hold on here. As soon as I see that pop up, yeah, we'll show that right after this, Corey.
Okay.
But I bought the file. The file's cheap. It's $5. I was able to get 2 Shadow Strikers for $30, and it's just I cannot wait to have a proper BotCon Shadow Striker and Roulette in my collection.
Oh yeah, tell
Yeah.
him the price is Steve Dave.
Oh yeah, we looked up the Gorn prices, like a bunch of the 2-pack from BotCon, like we found it like for around $500 to $700.
Jesus.
Yeah, a couple of them sold. There were a couple completed listings on eBay for $300, but all the active listings were like $5 to $7.
Yeah, they should go ahead and retool this mold into those versions. It would. I'm sorry, that mold doesn't make sense as Shadow Striker from Cyberverse at all.
No.
I was like, Sideburn?
Yeah, but I mean, Mavs is just on some next level shit. If I can show off some more of his stuff here, he's got like 159 designs, and there's Maxima, there's the Scoop Arms replacement, there's an animated Rekgar conversion kit for Trashmaster. Whenever Slipstream comes out, I am going to get the Lysac conversion kit. A fucking shit ton of heads for the Nemesis.
Wow.
A Marvel broadside
hold on.
faceplate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt. I just found Wholesome posted this, so I feel like it's very worth our time to show you this image from our
Absolutely.
own group
There's
on the Facebook page.
real quick. There's Corey's black Arachnid. Go ahead,
You can
Xavier.
zombify me anytime, you know?
Man, I don't like
So-
spiders, but I like you.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of Dami Mommies, the Shunya Yamashita Kotobukiya statues, right? You
Mhm.
remember those? The sexy versions of characters like Starscream and Megatron?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What if they made it to anime form?
Uh-oh. That's a
Ooh.
thing. Let's see here. Give me one. Okay. Let's see here. Oh. Jesus Christ. I can see it in the thumbnail.
I saw this picture. Wow.
I love it.
This is somebody's fetish. This is somebody's
Oh,
fetish.
it is.
Yeah.
Look how adorable angry Fematron is.
Doesn't this kind of make it so ridiculous when you think that Megatron turns into... So Starscream is holding another robot to shoot him. Like he's holding him like a toy. You know, that's just crazy.
What part of the Hasbro multiverse do I have to visit where the Shunya Yamashita Kotobukiya statues get the 86 Studio Series treatment so I can get this?
Yeah.
Man, I feel Megatron turning into a gun would only make sense if, like, you know, you get shot by Megatron, you immediately die.
Yeah.
That's how powerful he is. That's the only part of that bit that makes sense.
Going over to the chat, Wolf1701 says those orange titans are sick. Tev says Doug Dibadome sitting in the Tuxgo bot. And Belushi says I've got a purple one, said the bishop. I think I may have missed technical gems up here. He says, I think IDW designs are designed to be stylized to be visually appealing. Giving them the alt modes they can transform into seems to be an afterthought. Moving on, and I need to apologize to everybody because we're gonna do right now reinforcements from Cybertron.
I gotta go get
And Chase, what'd you get, buddy? Uh-oh.
As you all know, my 30th just happened, so I ordered a fuck ton of shit this past month.
Happy birthday.
Indeed.
Yep. Oh, well, you know, I had to do something for it. But, let's see. I got the 2 Amazon packs. The Mayhem 2 packs.
Mm-hmm.
Got those. Got Vector Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbed the, shit. What is the new white Rock Lord, not Rock Lord's name?
Nucleus?
Nucleus. He has a weird fucking name.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks great, though.
Oh, he does. Too bad mine was fucked up and Hasbro did not send me a replacement because they're rats. They sent me a fucking, whatchamacallit. They sent me the Earthspark Optimus that had like the little kid's figure that you put in it and it auto transforms. It's stupid. I was like, damn, that's not a replacement, but okay.
Not a replacement, it's a lie.
It's the cost of
fucking
materials
junk.
versus what you paid.
Yeah, honestly.
Chase, Wolf1701 says, happy birthday, Junior.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's like, shit, I think Mikey's technically the youngest person on the show.
Mm.
But, I got, Sideburn. I got the knockoff Iron Factory Bruticus.
Mm.
Yeah, that fucker is pretty dope. And, topping it all off, Titan Tidal Wave.
Ooh.
Hey,
Nice.
you
Nice.
God.
good down, boy.
That's my boy. That is the most... I'm sorry. He's perfect. The only thing he's missing is his fucking Minicon.
Yeah, you know what? And I feel like an ominous problem on the horizon where we get Energon repaint with Minicon.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I hate, like... I kind of hope they do Minicons, but they do it, like, as a multi-pack. Because, like, we need Sparkplug. We need Leader 1. We need Swindle. It'd be cool to get Jolt in, like, you know, his Power Links colors, or maybe his toy colors, instead of the orange cartoon ones.
Multi-pack would be nice. You're right.
Yeah. I'm curious, like, because they showed off, like, a Thrust virtual redeco on the Hotshot box last year for that, the Power Links Hotshot. I'm curious if we're getting a Thrust.
You will if you play
From
your
the Seeker
cards
mold.
right. Get me dinner.
Maybe. Yeah. We're fucking.
Seemed okay with that.
I know they're. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think the Armada Wheeljack coming out is going to have mini cons?
Yes. Yes, because
Like, he's going to have his?
Yeah.
Because, like, I know the Shattered Glass one did.
yeah, I can't picture them breaking it out for Shattered Glass and not for
The main release.
Yeah, exactly. But,
Yeah, I mean, the Shattered Glass mini con's the same color, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, so I hope they fucking do that.
I'm the
It'd be
worst
weird
person
for
to
him.
ask about colors, man.
Poor
Listen,
Scott.
Scott.
You would
Yeah,
make.
well-
I imagine you would make some very interesting variants, and they go, "What the fuck is this?" And it's just called the Scott Special. And it's like $1,000.
Oh, no.
My wife
Listen,
was
Scott, I
making
might be color.
my wife was
I
making
might be
fun of me today.
colorblind.
She had an eye doctor appointment
Oh, no.
today. Oh, you're broken.
That's foul. But I might be colorblind too because every red flag I see is a green flag when it comes to women. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That just makes you a predator, man.
Oh
And
no.
not the cool type that Peter Cullen voices. Corey,
Yeah.
do you have any reinforcements this week?
Oh, yes, I do. Stopped over to Walmart, and it's been about 2 years, and I finally got myself Voyager Optimus Primal.
Nice.
Finally got him.
Nice.
I mean, for Voyager, he's chonky. I like
Yeah,
him.
Like,
you know what? The funny little, like, this, not the studio series stuff, but the mainline stuff, I kind of got a soft spot for. I like the
like-
mainline.
Only studio I have is Cheetor and Air Razor, but
Mm-hmm.
the Rhinox I have is the Voyager because I like the looks of them.
Yeah.
And I got Legacy United Tarantulas.
oh yeah, I forgot. I got that 4-pack too.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice, man.
Well,
Chase, no wonder you're living in your car right now.
Yeah. I'm like joining in here.
I want
Oh,
to eat
boy.
someone. Doug Mort, can I eat you? Can I
No,
eat you? Nom, nom,
no.
nom, 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 nom.
Doug, who's that?
Oh,
no.
and my friend, he's like, oh, hey, Corey, you remember that mold you hate? And I'm like, yeah. Well, he got me the Waspinator that's got the metallic colors.
Okay.
Waspinator, very happy to be on Good Morning Cybertron. Hello, Doug Mort. Hello, Xavier.
Once again, he's using
Hello,
that name.
Peter.
I don't know. I turn into Doug. Once again, I don't know who that is.
Holy
Doug
shit,
Moore.
did
Your
they
hands are too
trace
big,
out?
Scott.
What's that?
Your hands are too big, Scott.
I can't. That's one
There
thing.
you-
I can't shrink on me, baby.
And
Pete-
then,
oh, go ahead.
Somebody.
Go ahead, Corey.
then the creme de la creme. I got the entire 20-disc Robotech collection.
Nice.
Complete
Ah.
sagas, 3 Robotech movie loaded with features, and it's
Really
it's got all.
Harmony Gold.
nice.
That was the first time I ever saw anybody die in a cartoon was Robotech.
all that.
Vampire
And that's
Hunter
why I
D
say-
for me.
And this is why I say, Harmony, go fuck yourself. when you could be giving us more figures.
Oh man, where's Walter to put that on his shirt for us?
Seriously, right?
Everyone else is joining in the call. Where's Walter?
Yeah.
Great question.
Before I kick the door down, you've summoned him now. It's-
Walter and his billions of digibashes
yeah. Pete, how about
that
you?
will
buddy?
never see the light of day.
Pete, how about you? Do you have any reinforcements?
I have a few.
Okay.
So the first one isn't Transformers related, but it's Hasbro related. I picked up all of the Dino Fury Zords.
Mhm.
For some
Whoa.
reason, I saw the show, picked them up, and now I want to pick up a second set and recolor them as Dinobots.
Nice.
Wait. Doesn't Dino Fury have like 11 Zords?
Oh,
Is this
Well,
the
hold on.
Cosmic Dino
Let's
Fury,
see.
or-
2, 3,
T-Rex.
3 main Zords. Dino,
Waspinator,
4,
don't know.
5, 6. They left out a few Zords from the
They did.
Zoo
They left out.
yeah.
They left out the Pocky Zord
Mm-hmm.
as a toy, and they left out the Raptors, and I don't know
Yeah.
why. They could just literally make that a 2-pack, like a.
I'll just buy
3-pack or
the
something.
Japanese version because the Japanese also has a recolor of their Tyranno. fleet.
Oh Yeah,
So,
the Ryu one.
Dude,
Man.
did you see the
Man.
last season of Sentai that had the King Rangers in it, and they had the audacity. These bitches had the fucking audacity to do an 11 combiner all Bugzord, and they
I
said,
saw those, like the spider
Yeah.
and the centipede and the dragon. I
Ladybugs
fucking
and-
want those. I keep hoping they'll be released in
Well,
America.
those
They're not
Those-
Terminator.
I doubt it.
I doubt
bitches
it.
had the audacity to do 13 Zords, and then we're like, oh, we're not done. It
Uh-huh.
also fits into a castle.
Oh,
That's
no.
right.
Xavier, did you see that they redid Kiryu or whatever from Kyryuger?
They did.
Yeah, for the King Oanger or whatever. They redid it so it combines with it as well.
Oh, I see.
And they're doing Toridano as well. That combined.
These
Is
numbers,
like cross.
okay, these numbers are insane because if you
Yeah.
don't know a thing about Super Sentai, you're just saying number of combining vehicles here. We're talking like
Yeah.
the math statistics are absolutely insane. You're talking
They-
like a season
Yeah.
of 13 plus 11 equals 24, and then you're like, oh, but we haven't even done these are just the base forms. We haven't done the ultimate forms yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete,
It's
what do we got up here,
crazy.
man?
All right.
finally-
So I picked up these are my Transformers ones. So I picked up the
Ooh.
Fans Hobby Naval Commander
Nice.
from the Legacy series.
Fucking toy of the
core-
year. The Magmatron should be toy of the goddamn year.
Oh
It-
my god,
only-
Magnetron's so good.
One flaw with the Magmatron, and that's that the purple dinosaur's mouth does not open very much. That's the only flaw.
Yeah.
That's the Legacy
Lancesaurus.
Core, whoever this is, Thundercracker, and then Fans Hobby's reissue of Overlord. That thing is amazing,
Nice.
and it's the more cartoon accurate color, so it's a little bit brighter.
nice.
And it comes with, instead of 2 Power Masters, it comes with 4 of them. So you get the toy accurate plates, and then you get the cartoon accurate plates
Man.
for the motors.
Hell yeah.
Or
Pete, how's that Naval Commander? Because I was gonna go all in on the Fans Hobby Armada shit, and then Hasbro was like, "Hey, we're doing ours," and I'm like,
It's-
"Those look more like the cartoon."
honestly,
want
it's not bad, but since most of the Fans Hobby stuff I've got is from the Master Force line, it feels weird to have this on my shelf. But I got a Fans Hobby shelf, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not bad. Although every
The
time I get a
Minicons
Fans
look
Hobby
weird.
figure, there's always a piece floating around that either broke off or it's just an extra. Like, I got him, and there's a blue piece that matches this. I have no idea where it came from. Nothing looks broken.
Huh.
It's just like maybe a cover came off or something.
Maybe because isn't he like no? He's not a retool. There's another one that's a retool.
Nah, you're thinking of their Thunder Clash.
You know what?
Yeah,
you know what
Thunder
that,
Clash. Yeah.
But
You know what
this
that
is actually
Overlord-
not bad.
You know
This
what
is
that
not-
Overlord gun reminds me of? The
Yeah.
This one?
SOCOM gun from the SOCOM gun from Metal Gear Solid. Come on, use my 45.
I'm not familiar with that.
That was the one that it was the headband that had unlimited ammo, and Snake was like,
Yeah.
I've
Don't
got
it look
unlimited ammo.
like his SOCOM pistol in that Metal Gear Solid?
Mm-hmm. That was a nice ass gun too. Too bad it was a real gun. It's just something you couldn't replicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xavier,
Yeah.
buddy, how about you? Do you got any reinforcements this week?
So I got Nucleus as well. I
Nice.
got
Nice.
from the gamer subline of the Studio series. I got Decepticon Vehicle Guy. I got Sideburn, and from a Ross of all things, I picked up some of the Micro Machines versions of the movie characters of Bumblebee and Megatron, which I was telling Scott really pissed me the fuck off because of their stupid, poorly implemented decoder gimmick. So they had that thing where it was like, hey, this comes with a decoder, like your old G1 toys used to do, and you just wave the decoder over it under the underside carriage of the cars and the Megatron ship to see if they're Autobot or Decepticon. Problem being, right on the fucking hood of each of those vehicles is the Autobot or Decepticon emblem.
You mean like
So-
every other G1 toy that also had the faction rub sign while also having a sticker of their faction?
Yep. So it's front and center, right where you can see it, and it's just like you just basically defeated the whole point of your decoder fucking gimmick. But whatever, you're $2. I'll pick you up. And when I got it home and I looked at it, the decoder gimmick is on the bottom of the underside of the car, and it pisses me off again because they didn't even implement it well enough because the Autobot and Decepticon emblems can be seen without the fucking decoder.
Damn.
I mean, it's Micro Machine. Wait, who puts out Micro Machines
Micro
now?
Machine.
Galoob.
Yeah.
Galoob. Yeah, it's Galoob.
So I was just like dumbfounded as all fuck, and it's like, you rushed this out the fucking door, didn't you?
No, they absolutely did.
He's like, you had no idea that if you put one symbol on it, that means you're done. You don't need anything else. You're done. It was like $10 because that's exactly what they were charging it for the first time. And I think I'm repeating myself because I feel like history's repeating where I've had this problem before because I'm starting to get real fucking angry again.
Oh no.
Anyway, that's my rage purchase.
Yeah.
I went nuts this week. I'll
Oh?
show this off because nobody's surprised
Let's
about
see.
this. I got this on last week's show. So I got the Thunder Machine Soundwave. I got it used.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah, used $85. So
Oh, I was
Hey, good for
surprised.
you.
I don't remember that.
Ain't bad.
this was an Amazon return. And I was so afraid whenever I got it because I've done a few Amazon returns. And I've been burned a couple of times. Like I got a 3D printer once that was returned, and like I opened it up and it was shattered. Right, so I was nervous about this. Everything was fucking pristine. $85. Like, Zartan, Zorana, Ravage was in there. And my wife is destroyed. So yeah,
How's the Ravage? How's
what's
the
that?
Ravage?
Ravage is fine. Ravage is fine.
Is he blue?
He's so blue. I've got him back
Right.
here. He is like incredibly blue. I got Zorana
They used
holding on to
the-
him. There.
Ah, that looks
There it
nice.
They used the Masterpiece Ravage, didn't they?
I
that
think
one?
yes, because the nose flips out on him. So
that's
yes.
that's the Masterpiece.
So he's
Now
my
Zoran-
Howlback. That's not Ravage.
Hey.
That's Howlback. He's blue, right?
Now Zoran is your waifu.
I
You got her
don't,
hostage.
dude. I don't need Zorana as a wife. That bitch be crazy. I was watching Ugly Wretch's live stream, and whenever I was on Amazon, I happened to see these Insecticons, right? And I thought about buying them, but it was like chintzy little Insecticons. And I thought to myself, oh, it's like $26. And I don't want to spend $26 on chintzy little Insecticons. So, but then I was watching Belucius and Phoenix and Ninja Bill, all of them great guys. Please subscribe to those guys. And yeah, I'm missing one of them here. It'll show up. And I saw they brought it up and it was like on sale, $12. It's like, what? And like they were talking about it. I was joking about, yeah, I got them. I got these little chintzy little Insecticons. They turn into robots. It's like, it was $12.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad.
They're chintzy as hell.
Come on,
This
Scott,
guy-
transform one.
This guy right here, oh, I absolutely will. This guy right here lived up to gold plastic. He broke. This dude was supposed to be on a
Damn.
hinge, and it just broke right off. And I was sitting there, like I was going like, oh, should I return it? Because you can see, like it, like where this part like went into these little pivots right here. And I thought to myself, should I 3D print new parts for it? Should I, I thought these are fucking like they're cheap ass Insecticons. Don't 3D print new parts for them. Just glue it to the back. It'll be fine. And that's exactly what I did. I just ripped his arm off like a bug. Hold on here. I'm transforming one of them. Where does that go? There it goes. And they apparently combine, but I haven't. There's the transformed mode.
Nice.
So Scorpion Beetle, there's like a
How do I
it's like a
not see
pincher
that?
beetle around here someplace too. Like I said, it'll show up.
Can you glue the weak vulnerable spots, reinforce
Oh
them?
God, no, I tried. Actually,
no.
that's why I have my plastic weld here on the desk. I tried to do plastic weld to it, and I'm sorry if this shit doesn't hold. Ain't nothing gonna hold it, because this shit welds the plastic. I got my Decepticon troopers.
How are they? How are they?
It's Barricade again. It's Barricade with a new head and new color scheme. I ended up getting Skywarp.
Oh.
Good looking Skywarp.
Everybody do your collective.
I
can't.
got, Pete's going to be super fucking jealous of me.
Uh-oh.
I got Metro Bomb.
Yeah, you're gonna need a Metro Bomb.
Now, here's the thing.
buddy.
I also ordered Metro Titan and 2 other Metro Bombs because I was going to customize it in the Skystalker and Rabbi Crater, right? Well, as it turns out, they're going to release a blue version of this in Rabbi Crater, so I'm going to have an extra one of these. But the other 2 in Metro Titan didn't show up, and like I messaged the guy and he goes, "Oh, it's a second package. Don't worry, it's on its way." So, fingers crossed, because I did order Metro Titan. I have a bit of a well, I'll show you this first here. I 3D printed out Printformers. Acolyte of Unicron from Marvel Comics. And I got another one back there on the shelf. These are incredibly engineered. So 3D printed them in yellow.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, right
I like
there.
that.
Really nice. Whenever I was a kid, I had yellow Cliff Jumper. And I called him Blowout because there was like a Cliff Jumper in a coloring book that wasn't called Cliff Jumper. They called him Blowout. I don't know whatever happened to my yellow Cliff Jumper, but Hightail Creations over on Cults 3D made a Cliff Jumper head and gun to go with the Titans Returns or Power of the Primes Bumblebee, whichever this one is. And there it is, man. Look at how nice that printed out. Let's see here. Come on, focus. Yeah, this is not. You gotta trust me. So, just fucking trust me, bro. Okay.
You're rocking the work, man. You are rocking it,
dude. You have no idea because I'm also printing out. It's no secret anymore. I'm printing out stuff for Trent Troop, some of his stuff so that he can get it up onto Cults.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be moving. My family will be moving. Hopefully, we'll get a bigger house so I can get a room so I can have a place to get a 3D printer. Because y'all see my room. I have this really tiny room. There's no way I'm going to do 3D printing and not inhale all of that plastic and stuff. No,
you need someplace ventilated. You do not want to have that shit, especially like
there's
the
enough
resin
microplastics
printers.
in my system already. You know.
Yeah. You do not want to, but I'll tell you what, for $150, get yourself an Ender 3. It's the best fucking investment. Because I figured up, like, the file was $12. The file was $12 for this Acolyte of Unicron. I'm going to print 4 of them out. So that's $4 right there. And I spent 72 cents on my filament for this.
You doing different colored versions?
No. They were all yellow or lime green in the comic, so that's what I'm gonna do there. But there was just a horde of them. These guys were actually meant to be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the comic books because TMNT was kind of taking over Transformers. And
you gotta make a green one. You gotta make a green one so it can be pre-Acolyte Blunghole before he gets turned into the tapeworm of Unicron.
Buddy, I'm not part of cults. I start them. Anyway.
I made a custom.
Let's see.
I took crosshairs and I put it on the Odysseus Guard body. So I'm thinking about painting silver. I want to make my own stockade.
Nice.
He's got barricade because he's got the black and the silver.
Nice. Dewanis Perez says, just turned 30. Oof, youngster. Wolf 1701 goes, she's younger than you. Don't let her lie. And he goes, I don't even like Armada. I want that Fans Hobby Naval Commander. And Belucius goes, thanks for being patient zero. Ha ha ha. Shit, I feel bad now. Dude, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I love KOs, man. I absolutely love KOs.
Yeah.
If it breaks, it breaks. It's $12, man.
I met
And
you through KOs. 'Cause
Yeah.
I met you. I saw your video on KO
it was
Toys.
Metro Titan that made me and Pete friends.
Yeah.
It was I watched Pete's review of Metro Titan, and I
watched your review of Metroplex.
Yeah, and it was the thing where like I was starting this podcast over a decade now ago. And,
Over a
2010?
decade.
Yeah.
God.
14 years.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch, you're getting on the 14 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I reached out to Pete and I said, I like your attitude. I like your sense of humor. Do you want to do a podcast? And Pete went, what's a podcast?
That's what I said, because I didn't know what a podcast was. I said, sure. What's a podcast?
What's a podcast?
What's a podcast?
And I'm so happy I did it because, man, Pete's like a brother, man. I love you,
Trying to
Pete.
get him to do the Leo Ducks cover.
No.
The first episode I saw
man.
you guys. Leo Dowell. Yeah. That was a great figure. I can't put it down.
Man.
The other day I was walking to work,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking about Good Morning Cybertron. I was thinking about way back. Remember when we did the was it the first episode that had the show nuts?
I think so.
Because I was walking and I started remembering the little skit I put together with the Transformers with the audio from that show, and I was just like, I need to redo that. But that was just hilarious.
I'll tell you, like I'll
Just show
go
nuts.
back.
Yeah, show nuts. And then at the end of it, he's like, I said something about show nuts, and he said, "Oh man, now I got to keep that in here."
I remember like I'll go through like a bunch of old episodes. I have like all the episodes saved on a drive, and I'll go through them and I'll listen and I'll hear my mother like complain about me using curse words and stuff like that. And it's just like
I remember.
man, and it's just I'll go through it and like I don't remember doing any of this. It's like I can't believe at the time whenever my mom had cancer, I can't believe how much stress I was under because like from the moment she gets cancer, like I can remember like the first episodes and stuff like that, but from the moment she gets cancer and I start taking care of her, it's like I don't remember any of this. I don't remember doing this show. I don't
know how you.
There's a lot of gray area there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did so many things at one time. I remember when my mom got sick, and my sister mostly took care of her, and I helped my sister from time to time. And I remember how it is stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful, and it's unfortunately it's physically and mentally exhausting because.
Well, I think we need to really find comedy in the tragedy. Hey, Chase, you remember that one time your YouTube account got hacked and some guy said you were gay?
I remember. I was just thinking as soon as you said, "Hey, Chase," that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. By the way,
am I sure it wasn't me that did it?
You being gay?
Remember?
No.
Remember, Scott, where you were so pissed off that your brother was the outside burn thing, and you were like, "If I didn't close this, I'm gonna sell my goddamn feral rights if I didn't close this goddamn thing."
God, I remember that now. Jesus, I hate that son of a bitch so bad. Fuck him and everybody that looks at him.
Yeah.
You
I
were
don't
like,
hate
"I
him,
closed
but
it."
I don't like
I
it either.
closed
Yeah.
it. I closed it. If I didn't, I'll sell my goddamn feral Rex. and you were like this. I will too.
God damn.
Oh man.
I think this is where we got to end it because I can't go down this memory lane much longer. I want to thank Corey. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Chase. Thank you for coming on. Boy, it was a thing where like Xavier at the beginning of this was going, I think it's going to be just you and me.
Well, I was working and Xavier did like the call and it I heard it in my AirPod, my phone ringing. I was like, "Who's doing that?" Oh, it's Xavier. They must be starting the show. Maybe they're on. I'll hop on at lunch.
The call started when I was on the bus on the way home. I didn't even get home. I'm like, because normally I start at like 7:30 for the pre-show, and I'm like, it's like 6 something. I'm like, huh?
Man, I'm stuck here till 11.
Yeah.
You don't have
I
to
do
be
not
stuck.
envy you.
Fire is always an option.
Yeah. Bomb
I
threats.
just wanna-
Call it a bomb
I just
threat.
want to say to Crossbow fans, I
Shit,
got
that's a good
work,
idea.
plenty of doing it. I've been so busy trying to. I don't have really time to put out content for my YouTube. I've been so busy.
Shit, I haven't put out, dude. I understand that. I haven't put out an
I love
episode
your
of Strange
songs.
Pathways. Thank
Oh,
you,
wow.
thank you.
Man,
I haven't put out an episode of Strange Pathways in 2 months. I get it. I
love
definitely want to
Strange
thank.
Pathways, by the way.
Thank you. Wolf 1701 says I came in at episode 10 or 11 or something. Shit, you've been here almost as long as
fuck.
Xavier has.
That's actually
Shit.
if he's
When
episode
did
10,
I-
he's got me beat because I joined episode 11.
Yeah. I want to
When the-
thank each and every
Oh
one of
my
you for
God.
being here. Big thank you to everybody in the chat. Wolf 1701, Belucius, Dewanis Perez, Tef, fucking Action Master Pancake. Thank you for joining us.
I love that name, by the way.
Me too. Kyle Lewis, we know who you are. Technical Jim, Mark De Mark, I probably have no idea how many fans you have. I know I'm gonna get off of here, and throughout the week there's gonna be about 8. Once again, about 7, 8, 9, 10 messages. Alonix Maximus. So yeah, you've got so many fans. Going up through here, Technical Jim, Tef, Shelf Warmer. Thank you for being here. I'm sure that Dwayne Marsh is in here someplace. He's almost on every show.
Yeah.
I know that Gigatwin is here. Probably
Shout out
not
to
Gigatwin.
Starfather.
He's probably, what's that?
Shout out to Starfather.
Yeah, Starfather. I know that Gigatwin is probably on vacation with Thomas. Man, and just if I missed you, I'm so sorry. Holson 85. Holson, almost missed you, buddy. Former member.
That's wholesome.
Always got a place on the show, Holson. Always got a place. And
yeah.
those of you who decide to just listen and not chat, that's fine too. And those of you who listen later on, thank you so much. We don't have a big audience. Quite honestly, that's fine. We're just here to have fun. The right people listen, the right people interact, and the wrong people can go someplace else. And that's
We have a
fine.
fun audience.
That's exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather be on a show like this with humor, toilet humor, and all sorts of things, and have a damn good time. And I'll die on the hill saying,
Well,
"Fuck you, Harmony Gold."
Here's the thing. Any one of these people that are over here in the chat, I know Dewanis has been sending me cute little memes. And Belucius and I have talked, I believe the Belucius and I have talked off air. Technical Jim and I have talked off air. Every one of these people is either like a friend, who we chat occasionally, or it's somebody who, if Tef would message me, I think Tef has messaged me off the air. Like anybody here that would message me, I'd be comfortable taking it. And, I love that. I started this show to make myself feel better and get some friends. And I can't believe the amazing group, the amazing circle of people that we've made, good friends with here on Good Morning Cybertron. Let's see
I'm so
here.
amazed people listen to us at work. Like, isn't that the worst thing you
Like,
could
you
do
would-
just in case
you would
your
think
headphones fail
like
and
the
your phone just starts blasting?
The fucking training video.
true.
Don't sexually harass people. Don't make fun of their gender, their race, their sexual orientation, and don't listen
no.
to Good Morning Cybertron. That
Really?
should be there.
And
Belucius.
it'll play that one clip where Scott just got real up in arms one day and said, "Fuck you, cunt. I'll send Max to rape you." By the way,
Whoa!
Oh my god.
God damn! Xavier just ended the channel. Belucius says
You
another
said it.
fun one. Blungsters. See you on the road. Action Master Pancake. Peace out, homies. Wolf 70-1. I remember my 11-year-old feeding him in the high chair and listening to you guys. Tef. I only remember watching Blunghole drunken video reviews. It was glorious. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, listeners. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Night all.
Hopefully we didn't get you fired at work.
We'll
My bad. Or
Whoopsies.
Scott's back. Scott
Whoopsies.
apologizes. He has a filthy mouth.
Hey, baby.
See, nobody at my job listens to Good Morning Cybertron, so
Oh, I spent
Funny
the-
enough,
Nobody
I
at
spent
your
the-
job does butt stuff either. That's the problem. You got to
So-
open
Oh,
up
no.
that
Speaking
sphincter.
of job,
Someone asked me what I
have to
do
go
on
back.
Wednesdays, and I said I do this show, and he said, "Oh, I don't listen to anything with Transformers in it.
Damn. Night all.
Damn.
Night.
Night.